Map Watchpoint Gibraltar. SR around low 4,300 at the time. Description. Struggling with big improvement, currently playing a hyper-passive style playstyle that's more focused on enabling my support. The DPS with pack shots are getting inspired off of whip shots. My current problem is that I feel like I'm not getting much value compared to the other Brigitte players, compared to my overbuff Brigitte sets to their higher Brigitte, I get less damage, healing out, the reasons trying to find an opportunity to go aggressive and have more impact on the game. Okay, so we will look at your Brig, and we'll go from there. Okay, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. So Brig right now, if you guys distinctly remember this, which you should, is that Brig really brings 4 things to the table, right? Brig is played for 4 reasons. She can, 1, brawl, so just, you know, swing her thing and kill people. She can peel. She can inspire proc, so just basically inspire proc. And she can counter dive. Wait, shoot. I'm forgetting the structure. Who remembers this? How come I can't remember this? It's brawl, proc inspire, counter dive, and is it peel? Usually 1 or 2. Yeah, usually at least 2. Sometimes 3. I feel like this is it. I can't. I feel like I'm forgetting these 2, but yeah. Anyway, it's basically your job. Oh, pack DPS, not peel. It's brawl, counter inspire, peel, pack DPS. And the big thing is now that with her armor pack nerfed, packing DPS has a little bit less of a priority, at least pre-packing DPS. So what you want to do is like, you can pre-pack DPS, but generally when they're in the middle of engagement, that's what you want to do. You don't pre-pack and they don't get value. Hey, Salt Trigger. They don't get value unless they actually take damage. So packing DPS is still powerful, but like it's a little bit less powerful since they overpack. Now, your comp is decent here. Zarya here on this map is a little tough, but Zarya and Dive has become more popular since higher damage compositions or higher tankier dive compositions have come up. And also, like we said, with the rise of Brig, Zarya in dive is more popular, even with the rise of Ashe. Because if I remember correctly, does Coach Gun boop bubble? I can't remember. Either way, regardless, at the very least, the rise of Brig has definitely meant that the rise of Zarya in dive has become more popular, because bubble is going to be more useful against Zarya than the Matrix will. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Okay. You don't think you end up playing Zarya? Okay. So your job here, pack your Genji, peel for your Ana and your Ashe. When brawls do break out, Devolve fights, make sure that you're you're beating people up. Now I think I know the name Scarlet, but this is a pretty stacked enemy team. If this is actually sugar free, this is pretty stacked. Frosted's good, Shardlock's good, sugar free's good, Wub is good. So this is gonna be I don't know who your teammates are, but I don't know any of your teammates, so. That pack is fine. So, chat. What could our Brig be doing positionally wise right now? I want you to look at the situation again. Now, it's a little bit awkward because you have the Zarya, but I want you to look at the situation right now. Your monkey just jumped up top. What could our Brig be doing? Everything's red. You guys see? It feels everything is red. Twilight? Okay. I don't know who I know who Iris is, but I don't know who Iris Fan is. You just out. Okay. Hey, House. Playing near Ana. No. Your Ana's too far back. They can't hard dive your Ana. It's not going to happen. You can pack your Ana. I think it's Zik. Makes sense. Yep. Move up the stairs to the high ground. Smack a whip shot. Get a couple of smacks, and then you can drop from there. Any time that you as a Brig can contribute to a dive without risking yourself or your backline, you need to do that. Now, here's the thing, Amag. Why do you feel like your backline is probably safe here? Why can you leave your backline here? Why? Yeah, they're very safe. They're very passive. Nobody does this. Very rarely will they do this. And you can see the enemy tanks. Your monkey goes in. You're going to trade here. This is the trade that's going to happen. So you need to drop and you need to help win this trade. And you're not doing anything right now. The general idea is this. If you do not get them off the high ground above you, they will then drop on you right now and you will die. Not getting them off of high ground is really not an option. It's not like, oh, you're fine. Like, unless you're playing like hardcore brawl, where you don't even need to go high ground, you can just play in cart, you don't have the option to not clear them off that first high ground. You're done. Because all this team has to do is Shredlock, Frosted, Wub, drop, and you're dead. And Scarlet's gonna, off angle and nade you, and you're dead. Jagulars, don't look up, exactly. And if you're going to play where you are right now, at least have the wherewithal to play closer to your backline where you know they're going to get dropped on. You're getting none of the benefit of helping your team win the frontline war, nor are you actually in a position to peel for your backline. Right? Now, if you're above, you could still armor pack your Ana, all good, check mark, I'm happy. If you're on top of your Ana, you can't get the high ground, unfortunate, but at least you could bash and whip shot stuff that are on your Ana. Right now, you can do neither. You can neither properly peel for your Ana outside of armor pack, nor did you actually contribute anything in the high ground. So you are literally the worst of both worlds. See you, Savvy Drone. Good luck and have fun on your vacation, mate. Worthless. Does that make sense? So you either need to help your team clear high ground, and then I want you to drop on top of your Brig or your Ana. That's not either way. That's what you should do. Help your team go. Then as soon as your Ana is starting to rotate or needs assistance, you're closer to your Ana. When do I need to be with my Ana? When can I go in the front line? When is she safe? That's way too aggressive. This is a situation where you need to proc Inspire, and then you need to get out of dodge. That's fine. Right now, one swing, and you should not even be getting any closer here. You should not be getting any closer. You should certainly not be here. This is dive. They will kill you. You are a dive target. You will die. You should die here. You don't even have the wherewithal to bash out now. You bash out like as you're already dead. No. No, this is bad. Respect the dive. You don't want to be here this early. You're not rallying. Like, it's astonishing that you even survived there. It's astonishing you even survived. So far, we have priority on cart over contributing to clearing high ground. So that's a map-specific error. Then you're split from your Ana, who then immediately dies. And then you go in too hard on a brawl where you're clearly disfavored. All you need to do is proc Inspire. You overstay your welcome and then almost die. Careful, careful, careful. Yeah, you just don't respect it. Like right now, you need to get out. You need to get out. You know where your Ana's coming from. You need to get out. You need to get out. You need to get out. I don't understand what's so hard to understand. Do you not understand how squishy you are right now? Is this what you think a good idea for you to do is? Okay, I get it. You're like, oh, look, Be careful. Maybe I can kill the Widow here. I still have my bash to get out. You bash the Widow. Whatever. You don't kill her. Get out. I don't know. Maybe at this point you're like, we're already done to ring cleanup. I'm just going to assume that was the case. I'm going to assume that was the case. Okay, good. No reason to push cart. Good. Nice. That was a nice bash. Ooh, that's risky. Why are you packing up? Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay, so I don't like that rally either. Remember, if you're using rally, you want to be moving, right? You want to be moving, preferably. Now, if you're specifically using rally to counter Nanoblade, then I guess that's okay. But that's the only reason why I want you using rally here, is I assume that's what you're doing. Lots of packs, too. Lots of packs in the middle of rally. And so now rally is over and you have no packs. I do not like this. And a lot of these packs that you've been using have been on targets that just don't need healing. Like, they just don't need. They're either full HP or they're almost full HP and they're not in an engagement. Remember, pack is like a supercharged Harmony Orb for like 3 seconds, right? That's a 3. This is a 3, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is a 3. Okay. And if you're just blowing your packs right and left, then you're choosing, it's not just, oh, I'm just going to use them to get maximum value. If you pack your Ashe right here, you are saying, I don't want to pack anybody else for the next 5-10 seconds. That's what you're saying. This guy, or, you know, wait, you packed Bob? You packed Bob. Okay. I don't think I have to explain why packing Bob is probably one of the worst things that you could possibly do. And now you're saying, Genji, you know, you're in the middle of engagement right now, but I don't think you don't need, you know, you're in the middle of fighting people, but you don't need pack, right? That's what you are saying when you waste packs. When I say waste packs, I'm not saying you're packing. Okay, Bob is literally a wasted pack. But a wasted pack isn't just, oh, I'm throwing it onto somebody that will literally do nothing. It is, yes, it's helpful, but there are so many better things that I could be doing with it. Does that make sense? It's the same thing as Harmony Orb. If you Harmony Orb a Roadhog, is your Roadhog going to get value out of that Harmony Orb? Yes. He will. The question is not whether he will get value or not. It's if that's the best use for it that you can find. And the answer is no. Right now, is this right now the best use for your rally? I mean, we talked about this, arguable, right? Whatever. Counters the Nano Genji, I guess. Right now, your Zarya is full HP. Is your Zarya going to get value out of that armor pack? Maybe, maybe not. Is that the best use you can find for your armor pack? Certainly not. Is that your best use for armor pack? Is that your best use of armor pack on your Zarya right there? No. 1 bad, 2 questionable, 3 bad. And now you have no armor packs, and you proceed to insult to injury armor pack your Zarya, or armor pack Bob. We have a lot of work to do with our Brig. A lot. And if that sounds ominous, it should. Right now, you do not have armor pack or armor packs for your critical Zarya. I just want that to sink in really quick. Thank you, Padawi. I appreciate it. 6 months. Thanks, mate. I'm gonna ignore that painful emote. I don't even know what that thing is. It looks like a lump of coal engulfing like raw steak, but that's a thing. By the way, again here, this is definitely one of the situations where it's worth being closer to your Ana, or at least within peel distance, just because in these devolve fights, they are going to start going for your Ana, so just make sure that you have LOS on her. Okay, you're being hard carried right now. Chat, where should our... well... this is okay, because nobody else is pushing cart. This is okay. What I would actually prefer is I would prefer your Brig to go high ground, I almost feel like, and your Tracer to push cart. Or your Genji to push cart, but I'm not sure. Probably Tracer. So right in the next couple of seconds, now they're contesting high ground right now. Should our Brig be on high ground or be on cart right now? Right now, should she be on cart? Well, you tell me. Why would I want Tracer push cart instead of Genji? Should be with Ana? Maybe. Why should she be with Ana, or why should she not be on cart now? There's no easy answers, chat. This is 4.3K. This isn't your plat Brig gameplay. You're gonna have to turn on the brains and stop AFKing and actually think if you want to figure this out. On cart, the hero requires the least amount of setup, normally as D.Va, but because they're running Zarya, it's debatable, okay? The reason I like Genji, exactly, I like Genji better because he's going to be outputting more damage, right? And Tracer, generally, you're not going to be fighting on high ground that long. This will be like a short poke stage, and eventually you generally will have to either give it up. Well, you're going to have to give it up because they have Widow, you have Tracer, and more importantly, they have D.Va, you have Zarya. You can't really hold high ground versus them. It's going to be sketch. And you're pushing card as well. But the main question is, why does Brig need to get off the card now? Whip shot and expecting nano monkey engage? Okay, maybe. Yeah. Diveable? Yeah. But the thing is Black Dracon is, you're like, yes, you're right. Genji could get to the high ground easier, but like, you're not playing for the high ground. You're just wanting Genji to get extra poke, spam out the monkey, burn time, and then you're going to go away from that high ground anyway. So the point is yes, yeah, you have to worry about engage. But the question is why do you have to worry about engage now? Obviously. They have taken high ground, you are underneath them, and the enemy team is all ready to go. Get off of card. This is the same error you made on first, where you push cart, fine, you didn't help with the brawl, but obviously it's a lot harder to do that here, but they're high ground, they're coming, they're above you, get out, and for your sake as well as your Ana's sake, get out. This is so easy for them to kill you. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Frosted, son of a gun, dude, he fed. Do you not understand how much danger you are in right now and how much danger your Ana is in right now? They have the high ground. You have on this map, you can't really clear the high ground consistently from them, so you really just have to play to survive the dive. Leave cart empty, yes. Or have your Tracer push cart. Look at your Tracer. Or have your Monkey push cart. Or have your Zarya. Well, your Zarya shouldn't push cart. Your Genji push cart. Anything. At this point in the game, you've given up high ground. One of somebody else can push cart. It is your job to peel the backline here. And to punish the dive. And to not be a dive target yourself. Frosted feeds here. But if he and Shredlock and Wub had gone at the same time like any normal tank dive trio, you would have died before you got rally. Just swing. Okay.
Get behind me. Brigitte, back us up. Payload is on its way.
Why did you bash that? Okay, we have a real, like, obviously this fight's over, whatever, but you have a real problem with anticipating how much danger that you're in and actually putting yourself in a position to help your Ana. It is a real problem. And it doesn't matter how good you are at your cooldowns, but it is a real problem. Hello, you Jack. Like, they're right, again, chat, they're right above you. That is where dive is most dangerous because they don't have to use cooldowns to dropping you. It is absolute fundamentals of dive. And you push cart and stay on cart, expose your Ana back here to being dove, and then expose yourself to being dove, and then you're unable to peel for yourself or your Ana. And the only reason you don't die immediately is because Frosted feeds and they screw up their target focus, and you barely build a rally in time. Hey, third. Or J, I should say. So, very, very, very poor on first and on second, positionally. Push cart, but when you're anticipating dive, get out of easy dive positions, please.
Hello. Discontinue. Hey. You're taking damage. So got some move.
Son of a gun, dude. The most basic gold tier, my cat is stepping on my chat. Most basic tip ever. Let me get this updated. Get it, chat? Funny joke. Okay. Chat, what's the mistake here? This is like the most, I just feel like I thought everybody knew this. I feel like I always say this. This is like one of the first things I learned about Brig. And I still see people making this stupid error. No! Especially against the Nano Blade. I can't believe it the second time through. I cannot believe it. Whip shot first. It's not hard to understand. When they're stunned, if you boop them, they won't be able to recover in time to counteract the boop with the W key. In addition, as you can see here, the time it takes for you to get one swing also allows him to get one swing too. You could have whip shot or bashed, whip shot because he did not have his dash. Did you notice that, Chad? He doesn't have his dash, so you can do shield bash, whip shot, and you would easily have gotten away. Instead, you almost risk yourselves and your Ana's life because you're a mouth breathe. It doesn't matter, Amag. Even pre-stun nerf duration, it's always been better to do the shield bash whip shot for maximum boop distance. Always. Even when the stun was longer, it has never been better for raw stun distance to get one swing. And the nerf has no effect on that at all. It makes it more punishing for stupid idiots that forget to do whip shot first, but it is still important. That's like saying, oh, monkey, I forgot how important it was to shoot monkey bubble. I'm just used to monkey bubble breaking on its own, but they increased the HP. Well, since when was monkey bubble not worth shooting? It's always been worth shooting. It's just become more important that you do it now that it's higher HP or whatever. No, it's bash whip shot. Bash whip shot. Bash whip shot. Bash whip shot. If he whip shots right now, wait. Bash whip shot. The Genji goes back into the bunker. He smacks it into the boxes, and then you just W key away, and you can't get away. Instead, you bash, swing, whip shot, and you see how he doesn't actually touch the boxes? He doesn't even touch the boxes. And he gets a slash on you. You only picked up Brig again. So we've devolved from our excuse being, oh, I just didn't know, or I didn't remember, to I just don't play Brig. I believe that last excuse. That's a good excuse. You don't play Brig. Yes, we've seen that from this VOD. That's been very, very evident to us today. Thank you for clarifying that. No, not whip shot and bash. I mean, it depends on the circumstance. It just depends. It depends. It's a mind game, right? Dude, what are these armor packs? 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 Do you not know what group up with my position means? Anybody that has ever played a healer in Overwatch knows what that means. Poor Twilight, man. How? What is Shredlock doing? Okay. Now, chat. Is this person going to stand next to his Ana? Save your armor pack. 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 I don't know why. Why? Okay, so this is tough for me. This is the first situation. Posture check. Thank you. This is the first situation where I've legitimately felt a little bit sorry for you, chat. Why is this a really, really awkward situation? Monkey's above. No. Monkey's always going to be above. That's just, like, what? Why am I not shrieking and pulling my hair out again that a mag is on card? Yeah, Twilight's throwing. Twilight's hard inting right now. I don't know what you guys are thinking. This is like plat level. Oh, we get 3 on cart, we'll cap. No, that you won't. Shredlock is above you. Everybody with half a brain knows it. They've rallied. They're clearly committing to this push. And yet, stupid bot Twilight, the barely 4K moron, is sitting on cart. Krusty's out there like shouldering the load of the entire of the San Francisco Shock. Like, this is embarrassing. This is stupid. I don't care if you want to cap. Like, you're not going to cap before they touch. So why is this problematic for a mag? Why is this problematic? And by the way, chat, have you noticed that this is the same issue that we had on first and the same issue we had earlier on second? Except this time it's not a mag's fault. Yeah, what is he supposed to do? I can't be here. I'm Brig. I'm in a dive location. I'm going to get dove and killed. But I need to protect my Ana. And my Ana is inting, so I have to protect my Ana. This is the one time where you being in an absolutely brain-dead positioning gets a pass from me because I know you need to be here to help your Ana. There's nothing you can do here. So might as well make the best of the situation and do the best that you can in this job. And hope that you build rally in the next 3 seconds. Ana pushing card is fine. No. Stop. I'm not saying Ana should never push cart. But this isn't King's Row second where you just cap first and you're running and chasing and killing spawns and Ana's just pushing cart by herself. That's completely different. Completely different. What's the difference here, chat? The obvious, apparent, important decision here. This isn't Ana's pushing cart while we're chasing staggers and getting good positions. This is GM. This is a fight. There's a fight happening. This is a fight happening. This isn't, oh, we're chasing saggers or pushing everything, but this is a fight. This is a fight happening, and your Ana is sitting on cart. It's not even, by the way, this has nothing to do, it's not even just, I mean, dive will obviously make this worse. If they're playing spam, if they're playing brawl, it doesn't matter. You don't put your Ana on cart. You don't put your Ana on cart, you don't put your Zen on cart, you don't put your BAP on cart, you let them take positions. Oh, you miss your whip shot. Why are you whip shotting there? Wow. Who could have seen it coming, chat? You missed your whip shot. And you're slow to pack your Ana as well. Like in that situation there, it's crucial that you hit your whip shot and that your Ana gets packed. But as a whole, you being there, it's not your fault. You knew it was coming. You just could have made the best of that situation a little better if you were, you know, if you played Brig, as we said. How do we use rally, chat? In dive? How would we use rally here, do you guys think? What do you guys think? I like us going this way. This is much better for your Ana. Okay, what's going on? What on earth is going on? Initiator, aggressive when they engage, sure. Force cart pressure, and then, you know, use rally, push them, whatever. What is going on? Why? What are you doing? Are you rallying a Tracer engage? What? Peel Ana from what? Tracer? Are you bonkers? Have you lost your mind? It's Tracer! This isn't Genji Tracer and this isn't Monkey and Diva. It's Tracer! One Tracer! One! You can tank a Tracer pulse bomb, I'm pretty sure, when you're rallied. Like, Tracer just isn't a threat as Ana Brig. She just isn't. She just, like, with help, yes, but she just isn't a threat. She's just not scary. I'm just baffled there. What I would have done is, you know, get your Ana into the room and then maybe go rally and point. Throw an armor pack on your Tracer, but go rally and point. Like, you see the tanks engaging and happening there, so that's what you're peeling. Or, full commit to peeling your Ana. But I probably would have preferred you to actually push. You could even tell Twilight, hey, look, I want to push. Get your butt in gear. I'll throw you an armor pack, but I'm going in. So, really, really low value out of our Brig, like right here. So far, you have been astonishingly mediocre at everything as Brig. So, we will see what the deal is. Surprised you didn't try to proc Inspire there. Again, shocked that you're not proccing Inspire. There it is. By the way, this is your responsibility to boop. You need to boop this. It's unacceptable for you not to boop that. Like, immediately. Immediately boop that. Like, no delay. Yeah, you had Rally. So, like, when you have Rally, if you're not using it to, like, counter a Nano Blade, you should be using it to push tanks and clear tanks out. And you can use, like, every armor pack you have on your Ana. It doesn't matter. You can use all 3 armor packs on your Ana. You know, oh no, I'm going with Rally, pack, And then you can go back to her if you need to, but you only go back to her if there's actually like tank stuff on her. If there's like a tracer harassing her, it's not worth. It's not worth it all. But yeah, you need to hit this boot. You're not even looking for the boot. Like, you just feel like, oh, I don't really care. But remember, this is an extremely important fight to win, because if they clear you off of high ground, it lets them push cart and rotate for free. The point is to make it painful for them to take this high ground, so then they can't, and then they can drop on you like they did to your Ana, and they kill your Ana. How to use Rally to counter Nanoblade? So you kind of have to anticipate it, and basically what it is if Rally by itself does not counter Nanoblade. What Rally does is it makes it easier to counter Nanoblade if you hit your cooldowns. So you still need to bash Nanoblade, you need to boop the Nanoblade, your Ana will still need to hit a nade on herself, or on you, preferably, like you are the better Nanoblade target because you have the extra 50 HP. But it makes it easier to counter Nanoblade because slash dash does not one-shot you. So you would need to slat, he dashes in the air, you rally, you need to hit a CC to delay him just a little bit, so that then you can do your second CC and then you get enough armor generation. I won't go into the micro because, quite frankly, the micro is difficult, it's a long story, and it's also something that I would have to take more time to study to be confident. But it can be used. It's just scrims. And analysts don't decide who to get pro. Analysts, except I can't speak for Overwatch League teams, but analysts are not used very much at all in Overwatch. It's mostly coaches. Analysts have not, at least most of the analysts that I work with or know of, don't know enough about the game to actually contribute. Stats in Overwatch are doo-doo. Like, you guys saw the Super versus Color Hex stats, right? Super had better stats. But Super couldn't climb out of 4.3k on, you know, on Genji, or 4.4k in Genji. You know, I would be shocked. You know, it's just team play. Too much of Overwatch is team play. Honestly, it's probably the same in a lot of sports. I'm sure if you got into the nitty gritty of a lot of sports, you'd see that stats aren't as big of an impact. And obviously your contribution to team synergy, your attitude, your communication is way more important too, and that stuff just is really, really hard to get value out of in ranked. So, okay. But yeah, you need to hit the whip shot here. I don't understand your whip shot mentality there. Dude, please, please, please. You actually fall off the ledge going to high ground, miss your bash, and then almost die. Awesome. Frosted feeds. You really need to hit that whip shot. Right here. Or you do hit it? What? That's weird. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful of that armor pack. What? How? How did he die at that? He had a full half a second to press S key in the direction that he was continually going. Leave! Oh my gosh, dude, you just have a tendency to go, enemy, I kill enemy. Okay, like you're Frankensteining on me. Please stop. This right here is already feeding. I don't know what you're expecting here. There's a Tracer and an Ana here. Get out, Procure Inspiring, get out. The audacity to keep poking in there. No. There's a video of that. Hang on. This is my thoughts right now. Emperor Palpatine. No. What does your rally accomplish? Blue light application? Yeah, I can tell. See, I have a blue light application on too, and so it's like double blue light filter right now, and I'm like, everything is red. Yeah, this is hardened. This is hardened. You're not peeling anything. You're not pushing anything. This rally is the hardest events. Start thinking, oh my gosh, go to sleep. 100% prediction sleep. Nice. Alright. You can go back high ground. You should be able to go back high ground. You could. Thank you. Hello, Budweiser. OW.
Let me patch that up.
Yeah, Guppy, just remind me. Again, okay, I guess you're saving it because you're anticipating Nanoblade. Wait, what? I'm like, oh, he didn't use Bash because he's saving it for Nanoblade. Or Whip Shot. But he doesn't even... Oh, you Whip Shot shield. Son of a gun, dude. You can't do this. You're just so disappointing with your cooldown usage. Especially your Whip Shot. This monkey is like... I could be playing monkey right now and be getting away with this. I'm like falling asleep, dude. Want to play with Ana, stop Nanoblade. Yeah, this is fine. This is what I meant by high ground. You don't have to go back to the bunker necessarily, but yes. And the nice thing about the bunker too, which is you can bash from here to here. I think, I can't remember, but I'm not sure. Aww. I'm like, good job. You're saving your Whip Shot for Nanoblade. Never mind. But you're not. Huge sleep. I would not be fighting in bubble, please. Thank you. Especially when you're low on HP. Thank you. Thank you. Good Torbolt. Huge Torbolt. Chat, why was that a huge Torbolt? Did I just do one of Guppy? Maybe I did. If I did, then yes, I would wait. Zoning, yeah. They just pressed rally. Shut him down, boys. Totally worth trading Torbolt for rally. Careful. I mean, sure. Yeah, why not? Push, 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 push. How do you lose this? There's no way you lose this. Okay, well, there you go. You guys got sloppy. You miss your whip shot! You miss your whip shot and he survives! Oh no! A mag! A mag! A mag! And pulse bomb on a bubble. You still shouldn't lose this. You have room to kite. You just don't... Like, right now, where should our Brig be going? Where should our Brig be going? Like, ASAP. Where should our Brig be going? To Ana, yes. There is a very obvious gap in the poop all over the floor, and you could be going Ana. And it's really dangerous doing stuff like this too, because remember, your Inspired proc is LOS. Now, it does place a buff on a Winston and Diva that will stay there, but every time you're refreshing it here, your tanks aren't getting this. In fact, your tanks might not even have Inspire, period. I'm not sure. I don't know if they were within your LOS when you procced it. And then you end up dying, like, doing the same thing. So again here, where is your Ana? Why are you not on your Ana? If you're not on your Ana, you should be with your tanks. If you're not with your tanks, then you should uninstall. Because right now, you're taking a trade with a monkey on a flank who can get help, and your tanks are literally dying. You're literally losing tanks right now. You're losing tanks right now. Where was your whip shot on Frosted? Right? Why are you here? You lose. So your positioning, again, is questionable. You miss your whip shot at the Torb, he gets away. You don't immediately reset and help your team. You go off in his solo angle. Why are you here? Why are you here? It has to be an LOS for proc, yes. Last I checked. And then it applies a buff like BAP's shift that you can LOS and get away from, but for that initial proc, they have to do with an LOS. Get out! Get out! Get out! Run! Run! Don't even stop! Run! 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 Keep running. Kratos evolve. Take a fall. Shredlock is feeding. Frosted is feeding. That was very silly of them. Very, very, very silly. Don't rally. Don't do it. Do not rally. Don't do it. Nice. You hit your whip shot. Unbelievable. Why did you armor pack your Ana? Again, why? You now have 0 armor packs. What if somebody needs it the next 5 seconds? Chat, I hope that this VOD, do you feel a little overwhelmed right now, chat? Do you feel like there's like legitimately so many things that I've said and gone over? You don't need to rally because the enemy team is pushing cart and they're down 1. So they're essentially down 2. Does that make sense? Like it's essentially a 6v4 there. But yeah, do you feel like there's a million things that we've said? Like, I'm feeling like this. Like there's so many things. But that right there is why Brig is a relatively strong hero right now. Because if you play her really well, and you get all these little things right, or even the big things right, you're going to be really good. Now, I would argue that Brig right now it's easier to get value out of Brig than it is how to get value out of Zen or Lucio nowadays. So she's easy in one regard, but the skill ceiling of Brig is so high. Like so high. So many little things that you can be doing better here. And at the end, we will sum this up as best as we can and talk about what I really think are the major points. But there is a lot to gather here. The armor pack usage, the general positioning stuff, the use of the whip shot, the use of the rally, and then like little micro things too. So like right now, you now have no armor packs in the fight starting. And you think about what have you contributed with that armor pack? What have you contributed with that armor pack? And then what have you contributed with this armor pack? Right? That's 3 armor packs. The fight is about to start, and you have done nothing with your armor pack. And don't give me the argument of, oh, I have rally, I can use my armor packs whenever, it's fine. Well, what do you think is going to be more valuable? Using rally now and then just throwing your armor packs wherever they're needed? Just blowing them off of cooldown? Or just you literally wasting them and then rallying? Headphones back on. Okay. We go. Ah, come on now. Come on now. There's your other micro thing of the day. Turning your shield to block pulse, dropping on the floor, and backing up, or bashing out. But instead, he actually bashes the Tracer that pulses. You should never bash Tracer when you're getting pulsed. Ever. Not ever, but I think the risk versus reward. It's always better to bash away or something along those lines. Isn't Brig a brain hero that scales with how smart you are and how skilled? Well, the problem with Brig right now is not really exactly a problem with Brig. It's partially a problem with Brig. Like, Brig is still very, very good at peeling with low effort. Like, it's still decent, a little too easy to get value out of Brig. Like, I think maybe Rally needs to be nerfed a little bit. But the problem with Brig right now is, I've said this before, but Genji and Tracer are too stupid strong. There's been a power creep across all DPS heroes so that supports just die if they don't have Brig. Can you imagine playing Ana Zen dive right now? Or Zen Lucio dive right now? Do you know how long Zen would last in Zen Lucio dive right now? You'd blink and he'd be dead. Even with amp heals, boop, whatever. You'd blink and she'd be dead. Can you imagine how long Ana Lucio would go? What would happen to Lucio and Ana? I mean, you saw this. You guys were for the Super review on how easily Super was killing Lucios. And Lucio used to be like a legitimately hard hero to kill as Genji. And he still isn't an easy hero to kill, but he's so much easier. And the same thing with Ana. The problem right now is that Brig is a little too strong, but every flippin' DPS hero has been power creeped. How are you supposed to play Zen right now without a Brig? How are you supposed to play Ana right now without a Brig? How are you supposed to play BAP without a Brig? You can't play BAP without a Brig. You can't play BAP Zen. You can't play BAP Lucio. Unless it's like raw, full brawl. I'm not complaining about balance right now. Like, this game, I mean, I'm not a balance expert, but sometimes it feels like this game will never be balanced. And that's okay for me. I don't mind. But if we're going to change the meta from what it is, the problem is not just Brig. The problem is that every stinking DPS hero has been power creeped to the point where Genji was bad, even though he was meta for like a year and a half. And now he's bad. And so now, what are we going to do? We're going to significantly buff his damage, significantly buff his fire rate, significantly buff his spread, significantly buff his deflect. And same with Tracer. Significantly buffed her pulse bomb back to where it was before or whatever. And more importantly, significantly buffed her fall off. So she just does, she's got like soldier damage in like mid-range. Okay, so you did get stuck. Here. Okay. Either way, anticipating pulse bomb. You haven't been pulse bombed so far this map. I don't know. Yeah, well, Sugar Free hasn't been playing Widow, or what has Sugar Free been playing? Tracer? Okay, anyway, Sugar Free has not been doing great with the sticks, it looks like, but obviously that is something that you need to watch out for. Brig is the primary stick target. BAP is better. BAP is better because, well, it depends. Like, right now in Overwatch League, Orisa's banned, so BAP is not better. Well, yeah, BAP is not necessarily better. I know some teams are running BAP Brig in Overwatch League and stuff. I saw Boston was running BAP Zen yesterday. I think that's just the hardest throw that you could ever do. Boston always plays good comps, and then just like one map they play something, or one or two maps they just play something that just doesn't make any sense at all, and I don't understand. I don't know how you expect to play BAP Zen in this meta and expect to get away with that. When we go back to Echo and Genji goes, I mean, maybe. There's just too much damage right now. Everything has too much damage. Like I'm you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Overwatch hero list. Let's go down the list of heroes that have actually been buffed damage-wise. Ana, no. Ana went from 80 to 60 back to 70. Doesn't really count. Ashe, buffed. Overall DPS buffed. BAP, nothing. BAP is this relatively strong DPS hero though. Bastion, yes, his spread was reduced, but you know he doesn't really come into play. So Ashe was. Let's actually zoom out a little bit here. Hang on. There you go. Can you guys see that? Yeah, I should be able to see that. Okay. Buffed. Holy cow. Buffed. I mean, she's been buffed, but I'm gonna go. Actually, let's just do DPS heroes. Okay, buffed. Cooldowns were nerfed, but then he's been kind of. I'm gonna leave Doomfist has been, etc. Echo is just ridiculously high damage, so I'm putting her in anyway because she just does ridiculously high damage. Buffed. His concussion mine damage increase. Although his projectile, so actually Junkrat's kind of in between. We'll leave Junkrat. Buffed. Right click output buffed. Damage frequency buffed. Overall buffed since initial release. Damage has been buffed as has 19 to 20 and Helix Rocket cooldown reduced. Spread tighter, buffed. Beam, the rework to her overall damage was buffed, although I like the Symmetra rework. I think it was good. Torbjorn damage buffed. Overload. Tracer damage buffed. Wasn't she nerfed? Because time to... Yeah, Junk was overall buffed. Yeah. So we've got at least... There's a couple that are I'm on the fence with, but definitely buffed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to leave Symmetra out because I'm nice. 13, 14 out of what? 17 heroes? 14 out of 17 DPS heroes have received significant buffs. DPS buffed. And I'm not talking necessarily about like cooldowns and stuff like that. I'm talking about the raw damage output. Junkrat, iffy. I know his damage grenade was increased, but like his projectile was shrunk. But yeah, I mean, I guess technically yes, his damage was buffed. So, there you go. You wonder why it's misery playing tank and support. Yes, we're talking about power creep. And so what happens? They have to increase, you know, they give Orisa Fortify off of cooldown. You know, they introduce Sigma, they buff Winston's bubble, you know, various things like that. It's tough. Like, I think somebody was saying, like, Sureforce said that, like, nothing dies or everything dies instantly, and it sometimes definitely feels like that. The problem is just too much damage. She needs to be nerfed. This hero needs to be reworked. Actually, okay, you guys want my personal opinion? Needs to be nerfed. Reworked. Nerf/rework. So, here, let's do this. Let's do rework is yellow, nerf is pink, blue is, well, black, that's fine. We'll get something going, okay? Nerfed. I like Ashe. I think Ashe is a lot of fun, but the damage output could be nerfed. Reworked. Rework/nerf. Because he's either trash tier or monstrously annoying to play against. Needs to be nerfed. Needs to be nerfed. I'm gonna give a little baby R because I think Stormbow could be using a rework. Maybe give him some more more utility or something. I think Junk is fine. McCree is fine. If If we're nerfing everything else, McCree should be nerfed. Whoops, that's the wrong color. I think his fire rate should be nerfed back to where it was. Needs to be nerfed. I'm undecided on May. I hate May, so I hope she goes to the gutter tier, but she did get nerfed a couple times. Forest, probably fine. Reaper, probably fine. Soldier, nerf plus rework, because he's kind of a weird hero. Needs to be nerfed. Nerf. Her right click does too much damage. Her charged spams way too much damage. Her beam should be like, and you should get rid of her turrets as well. Like her needs slash rework. Get rid of her turrets, please. Just totally get rid of her turrets. What a stupid idea. Rework slash nerf. I don't like his turret either. Tracer needs to be nerfed. Widowmaker needs to be nerfed. KMK, thank you for the fall. I don't normally do content like this, but yeah. Anna's probably fine. Batiste. Miss Moon, thank you for the phone. Maybe slight nerf. I know everybody gripes about, oh, Batiste Immortality Field is busted. It's really not. Okay, Immortality Field is pretty strong, but again, he's like a consequence, a necessary evil given the current state of things. You know? So BAP does not do as much damage as he used to. Could use a slight nerf. Diva needs to be nerfed. She's been power creeped. As soon as you have everything else being nerfed, Diva's going to be oppressive again. So Diva definitely needs to be nerfed. iBater115, thank the fall. Lucio is probably fine. Mercy's probably fine. Moira needs rework, but everybody knows that. Stupidly designed hero. Arissa needs to be nerfed. Her halt needs to be nerfed. I think overall her rework was very successful. I think Arissa's way more interesting than she used to be. Reinhardt, probably fine for now. Roadhog needs a rework. Vape is a cooldown that really should not exist in the game. Or at least should not exist in its current state, because all it does is it makes him really annoying to 1v1, but he's still worthless in team play. So, like, he's just a poorly designed hero right now. Sigma could use a slight nerf. Although, overall, I think Sigma's okay. I know everybody complains about how massive his kit is, but I think he needs a slight nerf. Winston is fine. He might need a slight nerf if all these things go through. His Bunky Bubble probably needs to be reverted if all those things go through. Wrecking Ball, probably fine. Might need a nerf if all these things go through. Zarya is probably fine. Zenyatta doesn't need anything. Zenyatta, again, is a victim of power creep. He as a hero is fine. What do you guys think? I want to get back to the VOD in just a second, but Diva's been power creeped. Diva is a victim of a meta that is very unfriendly to her with the Genji strength and with Brig, but she is a very strong hero right now. Her boosters have been buffed, her spread has been buffed, her matrix has been rebuffed. She's received a lot of buffs. Because you guys remember this. Oh, posture check, thank you. You guys remember what happened with Reaper in May? It's happening all over again. Do you remember Reaper May? Remember how goats, buff May, buff Reaper, buff May, buff Reaper, buff May, buff Reaper, buff May, buff Reaper. Why? Goats is still here, goats is still here. Okay, I guess we give up. We just do roll lock. And then what happens? All of a sudden, Reaper and May are absolutely oppressive. So that's the danger. Is you have buff, then you actually address the problem, then Diva's oppressive. Because the problem with Diva is not that she's not strong enough, it's that she doesn't do very well against Brig, and she doesn't do very well against Genji. At least current Genji right now, because he does so much damage. So as soon as you nerf Brig a little bit, or nerf halt a little bit, Diva's going to come back in and you're going to have a monstrous Diva. Heal creep? Well, what has been heal creeped? I'm actually curious here. What has been heal creeped? Ana has not been. She got nerfed. Her healing got nerfed. I think it's 80 to 75 or something like that. So she's not been heal creeped. She's been nerfed. He has been nerfed, but you can argue that his hero at release, like Echo, was a heal creep. But his output has been nerfed to like what, 50 I think now. I think if you'd want to nerf Batiste further, you would either nerf his right click, spread, or you would nerf regenerative burst to like 30 healing less or something like that. With Brig, I think Rally needs to be nerfed. I don't think anything about Brig is oppressively strong. Like Inspire is pretty strong, and Armor Pack is pretty strong, but they're not oppressively strong. And Rally is the only oppressively strong left. Lucio, I don't think healing is that much of a thing. Mercy has been nerfed and then buffed and then nerfed and then buffed, but overall her healing output is lower than it used to be, and the same goes with Moira. So I don't think outside of the release of Batiste, who got subsequently nerfed, there has been no healing creep. Like everything has been nerfed. She's been nerfed healing wise. She's been nerfed healing wise. I don't know about Lucio. She's been nerfed healing wise, and that's it. And even Brig arguably has been nerfed healing wise. Her Inspire and her Armor Pack. Yeah, so I would argue that, like, yeah, BAP might be a slight nerf, and then Moira rework. Thoughts on Moira changes? I love hate. I love that they're working on her. I hate how strong she would be. So as long as she's hard, like, remember we talked about this yesterday. I want Moira to be significantly stronger to play, or harder to play, and noticeably stronger as a hero. I don't want these flip-flopped. I don't want Moira being slightly harder to play and significantly more valuable. I want her being significantly harder to play and slightly stronger, if that makes sense. AoE healing. Yeah, that's a good point. So I can see that. Yeah, the whole invulnerability thing, I think the invulnerability is kind of silly. I think the cleanse would be cool, though. Adding a cleanse would be cool. Adding a cleanse, maybe increasing her fade cooldown would be cool. I don't like damage orb fundamentally. I just don't like it. Like, I don't know. I have not tested it, so I won't comment on the new damage orb. But it seems like it does way too much damage. If it hits you, you're basically dead. I just don't like the concept of, like, RNG, because it still bounces, right? Still bounces. Posture check, thank you. So yeah, I think as long as Moira is significantly harder to play, I don't mind her being a stronger hero. But she has to be significantly harder to play. And right now it feels like she's from what I'm reading, my guess is that she's slightly harder to play, like, but significantly stronger. And that concerns me a little bit. Can you use it on one target? That's a cool idea. Yeah, just get rid of flipping orb, guys. Get rid of orb. Can we just get rid of orb and let her keep fade and let her keep fade, give her the cleanse instead of orb, and let her, you know, keep the right click, self heal or damage or whatever. Just I think they nerfed the amount it actually hits on. Maybe nerf that even further, so you have to like actually like Zarya beam it, or maybe it is Zarya beam now, and that would be a huge step in the reduction. Keep healing but remove damage. Maybe, yeah, maybe you could let her keep heal orb or something like that. I don't know. I think heal orb is a pretty tricky ability to use correctly. Yeah, so I don't know. Give her cleanse instead of an orb. Let her keep fade. Because Moira being survivable is good, but like, you know, if you get rid of her orb, she loses a decent chunk of her survivability right there. Anyway. But yeah, the whole damage orb spam for coalescence, that goes away. Okay, anyway, we're going to finish this VOD chat. We're almost done. But yeah, right now, power creep has meant that it is impossible. Like, dive is too dangerous to not play Brig, basically. Again, we talked about this. The reason Brig is being played in Overwatch League right now, and this meta before with no bans with Orisa Sigma, is if you ran Orisa Sigma with a Brig, you would die to dive. Or Tracer. Or Orisa Sigma with Tracer would crush you. Or Orisa Sigma with Genji would crush you. You cannot run BAP Zen or BAP, Zen whatever, or Ana Zen, excuse me, or BAP Ana, and not die to Tracer or Genji. It's not dive fundamentally, it's dive heroes. Like Tracer and Genji. A little bit of a questionable rally. I would prefer you to wait just a little bit longer and then commit with your tanks. Again, this rally does not do anything. It literally does nothing. Except get them off of cart. Push. And right now, I don't want you on low ground either. This is why I didn't want you to rally. If you're not, do you see the problem this has produced? Where you've rallied, you've dropped, even though you didn't need to drop, you didn't need to rally, and now look what's happened. Look what's happened, chat. Do you see the problem here? What's the dilemma our Brig is in right now? What's the dilemma our Brig is in right now? You can't. Do you push core? Do you peel your Ana? What do you do? What would be better here? What would be better here, chat? What would be the solution to this? What fixes this dilemma? Abraxas Odobi, thank you for the follow. Exactly. You stay high ground with your Ana, and then that gives you the opportunity to drop and commit if you see it and you want to, or you could say Ana and peel. It gives you that flexibility to choose mid-fight. Instead of now you're bullied into, there's no choice. There's no choice right now. Your Ana could die. Now you just have to commit. Now you have to commit. You don't have an option now. You have done nothing. Good day, sir. At this point, I would legitimately go up the stairs and go high ground. You have to. You are worthless. You must. You must. You are so bad. Go, go, please, please. Please, 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 please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. The good news is